All right, so this is by far my favorite article, business wise. And I wrote it about 3 months after having secured the first license to operate ESCO-in-a-box here in the United States. And ESCO-in-a-box is the first, similar to a franchise, but first operating model of its. So this article is titled "Why is ESCO-in-a-box so unique?" And yeah, this one by far, I think I was super excited when I wrote it because it took a very complex concept and and explained it in what I think are, you know, enjoyable in layman's terms. So this is the operating model that our company uses, and it's what really does differentiate us from a lot of other ESCO companies, and sets us apart. It's definitely a competitive advantage of ours. So, nonetheless, this article is titled "Why is ESCO-in-a-box So Unique?" Quite frankly, ESCO-in-a-box is unique simply because it's the first of its kind. It's an innovative business model and franchise blueprint for starting and growing a highly profitable and highly scalable energy service company. There's absolutely nothing out there that's quite like it. I really don't like saying that because, hell, what do I know about all that's really out there? Maybe there is something out there like it. Maybe there's something better. Maybe I'm just another salesman trying to pitch something that is one of a kind, oh so revolutionary, and a complete game changer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All sounds corny, right? Although I'm naturally a salesman, those words have become such norms for anyone who thinks they have something unique that literally just disqualifies you immediately to the person you're saying it to because it just sounds so damn cheesy. It's like saying to a girl, "Oh, you're so hot." Ha ha ha. A guy with experience talking to a woman would never say such a thing. So instead of using cheesy catchphrases, I'm going to use something that I know for sure to be true, have no inkling of doubt about in my mind, and have done the research to back up. ESCO-in-a-box is to the ESCO industry what McDonald's was to the burger industry, what Netflix was to the movie industry, and what Amazon was to the retail industry. Put more simply, it's a solution that has the potential to become a major disruptor in the current status quo within the energy service company industry. Due to its relative newness, launch date July 2021, it has not yet had the it has not yet had the time to actually disrupt anything, but I'm quite sure it will over the coming years. With that being said, let's explain, let's begin to explain why ESCO-in-a-box is so unique. Below are some of the things that all businesses, including ESCOs, must have to be able to operate successfully. Basic 9 needs to develop a successful ESCO company. 1. A clearly articulated solution to a perceived problem. 2. A way to clearly relay that message to others in a way that's clearly understood. 3. A system and or process by which that solution is delivered to a client. 4. Measures to be able to track the delivery of that solution. 5. Measures to be able to actively monitor and track the moving parts of the business that are required for the solution to be delivered. A highly organized CRM to be able to service your clients in the way that most people expect to be serviced these days, which are easy, efficient, and seamless. A way in which you can keep track of all the many different pieces of information that must be stored on file in the cloud to be able to maintain operational efficiency. The days of paper filing are behind us. A system for handling your finances, paying taxes, payables, receivables, payroll, and suppliers. And last but not least, an individual and or team of people that are qualified and who can lead the organization on the voyage to the said destination and is up for the battle of turning nothing into something. And a host of other things, and a host of other things for now, but we'll stop here. My point can be proven by what is already mentioned above. This is really just what's needed to start any company, but I'm tailoring it to the ESCO industry. Now, to digress a bit. As I said, ESCO companies need these things just as much as any other potentially successful organization would. And to create all of these things from scratch is something all entrepreneurs and company execs know is no walk in the park. It is the foundation upon which the structure being built will use to withstand the elements that are inevitable, as certainly as Mother Nature's weather pattern will operate. If this foundation is not solid, then you know the rest of the story. I do not need to elaborate, as it was taught in grade school. The lesson was called The Three Little Piggies and the Big Bad Wolf. That story is the most metaphorical story for many things in life, but can be applied to business at infinitum. If your foundation is not strong, then the big bad wolf will inevitably blow your house down. And this holds true for business as well. So to continue, ESCO companies must build their foundation of bricks if they want to build it to last, and that takes time, effort, money, skill, manpower, systems, processes, frameworks, plans, strategies, execution, collaboration, teamwork, quality, and a lot of trial and error. A lot. ESCO companies are not exempt from this process, and being that 60 plus or more percent of the ESCO industry revenue goes to large companies who already have brick fortresses made, the rest of the small and medium-sized businesses are left to build this out on their own. In many cases, they have available a considerably lesser amount of resources than the larger companies. And I skipped this part here, but larger companies being 300 million plus, and you can click this hyperlink for that proof. But most of the ESCO companies out there, the Honeywell, Siemens, Ameresco, Schneider, those are the companies that everyone's used to. And yeah, there's a wide open gap for the small to medium sized ESCO companies, of which we're trying to fill that void. Now, if you didn't read my previous article, I would highly advise that you do so before you continue, because if you haven't, you're probably thinking, where the fuck is this going? Well, here it is. What exactly do ESCOs need? And this is the previous article I wrote titled My Experience in the Energy Efficiency, or on the Front Lines of Energy Efficiency. What exactly do ESCOs need? Now, ESCOs are businesses that handle all aspects of energy efficiency enhancements, management and monitoring, and verification to ensure that the equipment is performing as promised. If not, they are contractually obligated to remedy it. I speculate that, like me, there are many companies that are now planning to enter, or have already entered the ESCO industry that comes from the lighting world. In my eyes, it's the natural progression for the energy efficiency contractors and businesses to explore the ESCO business model as it closely relates to what we're used to. So if this is the case, then as stated in my previous article, what kinds of systems and processes are they bringing into this space? I would like to think otherwise. However, it's highly likely that they will be bringing a lot of the same unstandardized methods that were developed in the past 5 to 8 years during the beginning of this industry, which will not be good, nor will it be conducive to the success of that business, at least at a high level. They will need something to help them develop a standardization and processes, a framework for how to build a highly profitable, highly scalable, replicable business that can deliver a superior product and service with guarantees in place to make sure that the superior product and service is delivered over and over with little variation. A plan and strategy vetted for legal adherence on how to deal with and manage with all other parties involved in the delivery of this service, such as subcontractors, financing partners, utility personnel, community organizations. How will all this be handled? Who has the plans in place? Who knows how to develop the plans? Who even knows that these plans need to be developed, etc.? I hope that I stated my case, because I would like to now state why I think ESCO-in-a-box is so uniquely suited to solve all of these problems. What is so great about ESCO-in-a-box? ESCO-in-a-box was developed between 2018 and 2020 by having been awarded a £1.5 million grant after winning a business model innovation competition titled BASI, or Boosting Access for Small to Medium-Sized Enterprises to Energy Efficiency. It's literally $1 million set of documents created by arguably some of the leading minds in the clean energy efficiency space within the UK for how to grow and scale an ESCO business. ESCO-in-a-box is a franchise business model developed specifically for the ESCO market to provide an entire go-to-market strategy to be able to launch properly with all previously mentioned basic ESCO needs above, provided within one concise framework of systems and processes encompassing all elements of business operations. ESCO-in-a-box is an operating manual for how to develop, launch, grow, sustain, and scale an energy service company the right way. It's literally a framework consisting of everything you will ever need to grow and maintain and provide sustained value to your clients and contractors over and over again. It's what's needed to begin taking the steps towards easing some of the common barriers experienced when trying to make the case to others in regards to the value of the benefits of standardization within the industry. The ESCO-in-a-box documentation set includes solutions to all of the 9 basic needs mentioned above. 1 comes with a startup package. This package contains some key activities crucial to starting up a new ESCO, as well as key information, such as what is contained in the license agreement that you have signed and expected project process flow. 2, a CRM software package. ESCO-in-a-box aims to support both technical and non-technical ESCO staff through the process of producing an ESCO project pipeline from sales and business development through to the completion of successful projects. This is underpinned by a customer relationship management manager, or CRM. CRMs usually focus entirely on the business development aspect of the project pipeline, but the ESCO-in-a-box solution provides a CRM which wraps around the whole process, even producing automated calculations and simple populated reports. A marketing package includes resources to help you develop and implement a comprehensive and cohesive marketing plan in order to generate demand for projects. Contractor framework. It's critical that the ESCO has a pool of qualified contractors that can be called upon to provide proposals during the implementation report phase of a project. ESCO-in-a-box provides you with a framework that will help you to qualify a range of contractors and an agreement that holds them to the standard required to serve an ESCO client. 5. Project development process. This section provides details for developing an ESCO-in-a-box project at every step of the way, covering the steps from initial desktop diagnosis to a full implementation report. Finance package. This section contains guidance on the activities required to provision and select finance offers for your ESCO's projects, as well as an overview of the types of finance available to you and what is required for you to apply. Project implementation process. Following on the project development steps discussed in Section 5, this section explains the steps involved in delivering or implementing projects, e.g., the actual works carried out by one or more contractors. Post-project support process, with project installations and works completed and commissioned, e.g., all completion tests finalized successfully. This section details your further service level obligations within the developments of the operation and maintenance and measurement and verification plans. And last but not least, contract templates. Here you'll find an overview of the key provisions in the main contract templates used in ESCO-in-a-box process, which include workflow and template documents for energy assessments, project development, contractor qualification, quality assurance, and measurement and verification. In conclusion, ESCO-in-a-box is what the industry needs and is the solution to the problem stated in my previous article titled The Problem with Energy Efficiency Contracting. New World Energy has been awarded the first USA license to operate the ESCO-in-a-box operating system. We aim to use this operating system to rapidly accelerate New York and New Jersey's decarbonization efforts, and will deliver decarbonization at scale by standardizing traditional and siloed business practices within the ESCO industry. Our goal is simple: to do all that we can to provide solutions and support to help accelerate our race to a decarbonized planet. I don't feel like we alone can save the world, but I know for sure that we can damn well try. Until next time.